It is 8:15 in the morning. I am in Lumbini, Nepal. And as you can see, I am now headed into Lumbini Park, Devi Temple Complex, which houses the remnants of the building and the location where Siddharta Gautama was born. Very good day to you. If you happen to have come across my previous video, which was the start of my journey in Nepal, you will know that my trip now continues on to Pokhara, which is where I'm headed today. It is still considered the tail end of the monsoon season in Nepal, and as you'll be able to see, there's still lots of mud, wet roads, etc. on the roads. Still quite a lot of road reconstruction going on, and that's kind of an ongoing thing, I guess, in Nepal for a large part of the year. So, although this is still considered the monsoon season, I'm fairly fortunate in the sense that the weather on this day is quite clear, as you can see, and I'm on the main road that basically connects Kathmandu to Pokhara. And the road conditions that you can see here pretty much continue all the way through. It's either very muddy, as you can see here, or later on nearer to Pokhara, it gets pretty dusty and congested. Good day to you. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning and I am here in Pokhara, about to leave for Lumbini. I've been here for the last 2 nights, and as you can see, it's kind of a wet morning. It rained for quite a bit of the second half of yesterday. In the morning, I had gone looking for a workshop, and I found this workshop that you see here. The guy in the picture is Raj Kumar. He owns the workshop. Pretty young guy. I came across him as I was walking around from my hotel looking for a workshop. Wanted to get the bike washed as well as try and repair my windscreen that's still not working properly. So Rajkumar was very helpful, quite resourceful. He found some parts that we retrofitted to do a temporary job of repairing the windscreen, at least for the time being. Hopefully it does a better job than the cable tie. So I'm really glad I actually came across his workshop. He's a great guy. Very enthusiastic, very helpful, quite resourceful. And from what somebody there also told me, he's a bit of a local racer. I took my bike for a spin, and yep, he can definitely ride. So anyway, I'm now heading out of Pokhara, heading south towards Lumbini. Hopefully it'll be a clear day and I'll have a nice ride down to Lumbini. I should also add that my initial plan was to go further north and go up as far as Jomsom, possibly Muktinath. But from what I was hearing from other riders at the time and from a couple of posts which I also saw online, it looked like because of the heavy rains of the monsoon, some of the roads going up that way looked quite bad. I saw some videos, saw some commentary, lots of mud, lots of wash from the rain, etc. And I finally, rather reluctantly, decided against going. And that's kind of why I decided to head back down south, having stayed 2 days in Pokhara. Bit of a pity. I would have actually liked to ride all the way up to Muktinath. Maybe that's something I'll do at some point in the future. Good day to you, wherever you are. It is 8:15 in the morning. I am in Lumbini, Nepal. And as you can see, I am now headed into Lumbini Park to tour the Lumbini complex, which includes the Maya Devi temple, the birthplace of Lord Buddha, and various other shrines. The exact spot where he apparently was given birth, and just have a bit of a look around this complex. It's very warm and very humid. It is September 2024. Looking forward to this visit. I've been wanting to actually visit Lumbini for quite some time now, so this should be an interesting tour. I'm not really sure how long it's going to take. It's a fairly large complex. There are a number of places of interest to go and have a look at, so we'll see how we go, and I'll get back to you again in a while. Entering the Maya Devi temple complex. The white building in front of me, and this is considered to be the birthplace of Siddharta Gautama, otherwise known as Gautama Buddha. It's quiet. It's a huge area, as you probably can see. Inside this particular temple area, we are required to be barefoot. I think this is the only place in this complex where one is required to take off their footwear to be able to tour inside. Seems like a very peaceful environment. This appears to be, I guess, remnants of the original building or buildings that stood where Siddhartha was born. Obviously, this is a much newer building. Got to go inside. I've just come back out from the Maya Devi complex. As you can see here, this white building. It is actually just a sort of a skeleton structure to house the remnants of the building in which Siddharta Gautama was born. And inside, what you see is similar to what you see outside here. Basically, red bricks and clay brick structures, which have obviously long since dilapidated. And in the center, there is a spot that is lower in the ground, encased in glass, which is a marker stone for the location, or the exact location, where Siddhartha was actually given birth to. So no photography of any kind is allowed inside. There was one person who was a priest, or a monk rather, and he was meditating just in a small area within the complex, within the enclosure rather. So what you can see here is, I guess this must be to symbolize the Bodhi tree in Bodh Gaya, where Siddhartha is known to have sat down and meditated. There was apparently another tree located where this white building is, but that tree is no longer. It was demolished when this building was built. Pilgrims in white, devotees. See some monks under the trees. See some turtles here in this pond. I don't know whether you can see. This looks like what must have been a bathing area, or even a washing area. Good day to you. It's 8 o'clock in the morning and it's time for me to leave Lumbini. I've spent the last 2 nights here and spent a good part of yesterday walking around the Lumbini temple complex, something which I wanted to do for quite a long time. I enjoyed it thoroughly. If you're ever in this part of the world, in the Lumbini area, I would certainly strongly recommend that you put aside some time and take in the sights and the experience of walking through the Lumbini temple complex. I have now spent 11 days in Nepal. Started my journey in Kathmandu 11 days ago. And today I cross over into India through the southern border of Sonauli. It's been a bit of a wet morning and I expect that there'll be some rain on my way to the border and beyond. Hopefully not too heavy, but we'll see how it goes. The border is about half an hour away, maybe 40 minutes depending on traffic and the weather. Hard to say how busy it's going to be. I do know and have heard that the border can be quite busy at times, especially when there are large groups of pilgrims either entering or exiting back into India. So that's going to play, I guess, quite an important part as to how long exactly I end up taking to clear the border. And these would be pilgrims who were headed either to Lumbini or Buddhist as well as Hindu religious sites in and around Kathmandu. And there are also those who would travel via Nepal and head on up towards Tibet to do the Kailash circuit and the Kailash pilgrimage. Well, I'm about to end this video. I do hope that you will join me as I begin my tour of India in my next video. Take care.